Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly went back and forth regarding Donald Trump being elected and Hillary Clinton, and it's just wonderful to see. It's amazing to watch Bill Maher and how his lack of knowledge. I mean, he seriously seems like one of these kind of guys that anything news related comes from his writer's room. Like, his writers write how he thinks and how he views the world, rather than him actually doing research or listening to other shows or watching video clips. He just wants to be told what to say. That's what I kind of feel like when it comes to him. Because when I think about Bill Maher, I think about all the things that he gets wrong consistently. And here's him going back and forth with Megyn Kelly regarding Trump not conceding the election. It's just such a dumb take. It's like that. There's nothing more American than questioning stuff like this and getting to the bottom of it. And I love this too, this argument as well. If everyone questions elections, why don't we figure out a way where people actually believe in it or make it feel safe for them? No. Let's keep it this way, because then we can do whatever we want and freak everyone out. Here we go.
I don't know what could possibly be more fundamental to you or anyone than you have to concede elections. And he hasn't conceded the last one. He's plainly not going to concede this one. He now has all of his sycophants around him parroting his party line, which is when they ask them, will you abide by the election results? Yes, if it's a free and fair election, which is another way of saying if we win. You really think this is a place this country should be?
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to defend the election denialism. I'm not one of those people who believes that.
But what's more important? What kind of country do we have?
How about
I don't care.
My daughter not going into a locker room and seeing a man's penis.
That's important too. I'm talking about the difference between this and something fundamental, which is...
This is going to be the entire argument, I think, of the left the entire summer. I genuinely think Biden and everyone is going to be pushing this thing that Trump is this election denier because they have nothing else on him. They have the whole Stormy Daniel trial ain't working out. Michael Cohen made him look absolutely stupid. They're going to be saying that Donald Trump is an insurrectionist and that he is election denier. That's it. Those are the things. That's what I believe. And they think it's like some kind of existential threat, and they always want to say these things so that you have fear going to the voting box to vote for either one. They want you, when you get to the voting box, to look at the options and see Donald Trump. The View wants you to think about Hitler, but the left wants you to think about an insurrectionist, and then you have Joe Biden. Like I don't even think they're going to run on Joe Biden's like quote unquote accomplishments. They're going to run on, don't vote for the insurrectionist guy because he's going to take away everything that America stands for. And that's why him and people on MSNBC and other political commentators on the left are just going to be talking about insurrection all the time. It's going to be so boring. And that's why when Megyn Kelly says, well, how about, a dude walking in my daughter's locker room showing his genitalia, I mean, that is the issue that affects you and me. That, inflation, gas prices, energy prices, that drives so much inflation, housing, World War III, feeling unsafe around the world, feeling unsafe in American cities. That's the stuff you and I think about. They're like, yeah, but Donald Trump's an insurrectionist. And you're like, I don't care. Like, I'm trying to put food on my table. I'm trying to live the American dream. No. Okay, here we go.
Our democracy, the fact that you have to respect who wins an election, or else you don't have the kind of country we've always had before.
How about?
I mean, I feel like we keep going around the Roseberry bush about this, and
yeah, because you keep bringing it up, and you keep trying to think it's going to be like this impactful point that everyone is going to jump on board and go, "Oh my God, Bill Maher is so smart. Bill Maher is so smart." I feel like you're going around the bush. Yeah, because no one cares, Bill. No one cares about January 6th. No one cares about Donald Trump not conceding the election or saying that we need to have safe and fair election. Nobody cares. No one cares. Because when I go to work and when I pay my bills, I'm not thinking about January 6th. I'm not thinking about Donald Trump. I'm thinking about wishing I could put food on my table, wishing I could build my savings, build my 401k, build my retirement plan, move into a home. That's what I'm thinking about, not did Donald Trump concede the election? And the funniest thing, too, I haven't seen this clip, by the way. The funniest thing, too, is Hillary Clinton and what's her face from Georgia? Al Gore. I remember Al Gore with the hanging chads as a kid. People have denied or questioned or wanted to look into elections forever. And it's just such a weird precedent that all of a sudden we care about it because Donald Trump said so. Because they have such high TDS. They can't even see themselves in their own mirror. I mean, it's such an easy point to talk about Hillary Clinton saying Donald Trump is an illegitimate president. I mean, she said it. She says it all the time. And there's videos of people saying that to Joe Biden, and Joe Biden be like, "Oh, I like you. I trust you." It's just so insane. I hope she calls him out. I'm pretty sure she does. I've seen some clips going around of this. It's just incredible. All Trump news all day, every day. I think about 20% of my labor that the government thinks is entitled to. Oh, so that's that too. I think about taxes. I think about how, as a small business owner, they're raising taxes on small business owners. I think about how they've added incredible numbers to the IRS and that they are going to go after you and me. All these dumb libtards and people that are like centrists or the uniparty people, whatever, they think that all these new IRS agents are going after millionaires. You are an idiot. You're dumb. Yeah, but they said they're going to. Yeah, right. You think some dumb new IRS agent is going to go after some guy with lawyers, or they're going to go after you who are like, please don't audit me. I used TurboTax. I did everything I can. God, I feel like I just sound like Adam Sandler.
And we're not going to make any progress, so let's stop talking about it. But
I mean, you keep saying sort of I'm nuts because I don't see the difference between the elephant and the mouse, and I'm telling you I identify them differently than you do. Hillary Clinton, of course, is the original election denier. I'm sure you voted for her in 2016.
Well, she's not an election denier.
Ooh, he doesn't know. Fox News alert, Bill Maher has no idea that Hillary Clinton is an election denier. They also said Americans would... that they wouldn't spy on Americans when they passed the Patriot Act. Well, exactly. And they also said, hey, you can keep your health care. You remember when healthcare was actually cheap, and then we started doing all the government stuff, and then our healthcare went up through the roof? It's almost like people told you that was going to happen. I digress. Here we go.
Absolutely was the OG election.
Hold on, I'll go back a little bit. I just love that she calls him out. She was the election denier. Do we not remember the entire thing with Al Gore? Okay.
Denier. I'm sure you voted for her in 2016.
Well, she's not an election denier.
She absolutely was the OG election denier.
First of all, she came out before the sun had risen to concede the election to Trump.
And then spent...
I love when Bill Maher does that. He does this little thing. First of all, excuse me. What's up, Queen? First of all, she came and she conceded the election before the sun had risen. He's like waiting for his applause break right there. He's like, did I mention she came out before the sunrise? Am I right, people? That's why you're here. Okay. I hope she just shellacks him over this.
To concede the election to Trump.
And then spent the next 4 years saying he was illegitimate. He was an illegitimate president.
Don't say that.
Okay, well, first of all, she didn't say he was an...
Oh. Fox News alert, Bill Maher just got absolutely owned by Megyn Kelly. She didn't, yeah.
Legitimate. He was an illegitimate president.
Okay, well, first of all, she didn't say he was an illegitimate...
Yes, she did.
You tell me exactly what she said.
She said those exact words, repeat.
Yeah, there's video after video after video of her saying it in interviews. He doesn't know. Fox News alert, people with incredibly huge primetime political shows have no idea what they're talking about. Bill Maher, the millionaire who has writers that write his jokes for him. Don't ever forget that. Bill Maher's so funny. No, his writers are writing those jokes. Doesn't even know what he's talking about. It's just wonderful to see. Good for you, Megyn. I love your little red shirt and your red shoes. Okay, here we go. Please clap. Yeah, that's a please clap moment. Please clap.
Repeatedly.
You tell me exactly what she said.
She said those exact words repeatedly.
Okay. I mean, you only get two choices.
That's right.
You get Donald Trump, a criminal, election denier who is going to transform this country into an authoritarian place like we've never seen before.
Like we don't already have it? An authoritarian place like we've never seen it. I love vague language like that. It genuinely gets me so excited about life. Donald Trump is going to transform this place into an authoritarian place like you've never seen before. Swear to God. Never seen it before. And you're like, Bill, hasn't Donald Trump been president before? Yeah, but this time it's different. He's coming back for vengeance. Oh, and why would he come back for vengeance? Why? What would make him mad that would make him want to screw people over that screwed him over? I can't put a finger on why that's a problem. He showed he lives in a bubble, says Queen. It's scary how people trust his perspective on politics. Yeah, well, he's part of that old culture that had like three channels for the news, and that they would just go home, watch the 6 o'clock news or 60 Minutes or something like that. He's part of that old culture where he would say things. It's like, I don't know. There was like a clip going around of Jon Stewart talking with The Daily Show, and he was just like making fun of the whole Cohen effing up the whole Trump trial. And his take even shows that he doesn't know what's going on. I genuinely think that a lot of these big old political heads that we all thought growing up that, wow, these people are like, they just know so much. They're reading all the time. They don't. They don't read all the time. That's why they don't put competent people on their shows. They don't put people that are actually going to challenge them. I'm sure there's like signs that say like, shut up, Bill's talking, or like, please clap, or like something like that. It's just like they just don't. It's so much of what goes on TV is so fabricated and not real. It's so depressing. What's up, Valerie? Deadly force authoritarianism can be won. Yes. Yes. They read headlines. Oh yeah, and that's the problem. Because every time I read a headline, I'm like, wow, that's insane. And then I read the article and I'm thinking that headline had nothing to do or was like one segment of the entire article and it didn't really fit in. But now I clicked it, so it gave Daily Mail or Daily Wire or Fox News or Axios or MSNBC or whatever, it gave them money, then actually taught me or made me educated on anything. It's just depressing. All right, let's keep going. The Bill Maher book tour thing he's doing right now, where he's going on The View, he's going on Megyn Kelly. It's great to see, and he was on Gutfeld the other night. It's great to see people are pushing back on him and just like challenging him, because I don't think it happens on his show very often, because the crowd is with him. He has little breaks, applause breaks, and all that stuff. And he has his writers to write for him. This is him naked. This is him in front of an audience where he doesn't have his script. It's kind of like Don Lemon's new podcast where you're just like not doing too well. Without writers, without being on a major television show, these people kind of look dumb, don't they?
An authoritarian place like we've never seen before. Or you get Joe Biden with all his flaws.
Also
and
a criminal.
problems. Okay, what is his crime?
Okay. Okay. I feel like Bill Maher is only comfortable saying negative things about Joe Biden about his age, and that's it. I genuinely think that's it. Anything else he it gets so triggered by. Okay, criminal.
Okay. What is his crime again?
Special counsel Robert Hur said he'd committed felonies, but he wouldn't indict him because he was a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. He couldn't get a conviction in front of a jury.
And what was that crime? That was the...
Classified documents. all over his basement, his garage, everywhere.
Well, okay, here's the difference.
Okay, here's the difference. Fox News alert, the difference is that he's a Democrat and they can get away with it. Republicans just need to learn how to do that better. Okay, here we go. Keep going.
Immediately, Biden, he shouldn't have had them. Immediately, he said, oh, sorry, my bad, and gave them back.
That's why he
Trump
didn't get charged with obstruction. But Trump has...
Yeah, Biden gave the documents back. The FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, maybe had an order that said, like, you can use deadly force if you want to, and all that kind of stuff, which actually could have resulted in really a huge event, very RFK-like, very scary event. But, Biden gave them back. Yes, we walked in there. We told Biden 3 months in advance, we're going to be there at this time. And Biden said, I don't know what's going on. And they just went in there and they got the documents. But with Trump, we could have used deadly force if we wanted to. It's different. Things are different. Pence was also investigated. That's true.
That's why he didn't get charged with obstruction. But Trump has two classified documents, pieces to his case. One is you had them, and the second is you obstructed justice when we demanded them back. So, okay, against Biden, you don't get charged with obstruction. But number one, where's the classified documents charged against him? He's also a felon.
You got your story.
Oh, yeah, you got your story. Yes. Fox News alert. If you combat people's logic and reasoning and what they know to be true with facts and information to back up your own claims, they tell you that you have your reasonings and that's your point of view. What a fun way to just escape getting absolutely owned. It's just such a wonderful thing, isn't it? You're just like, that's your point of view, so I guess it's okay. Marcio, what's up? He looks like a vampire too. His hair is perfect. Oh, they all have blood boys, don't they? And they're all taking NAD, and they probably have like PRP injections, and they all have like their new hair from Turkey, which I'm getting my new hair from Turkey soon. Here's the difference. Biden was a senator and a VP, which has no authority. Well, exactly. Yeah, Wes, I love it, dude. But here's the difference. Biden was a senator and VP, which has no authority to have any classified documents, period. Trump was president, and he has the authority to have those documents. And he can, pardon himself. And he can do whatever he wants. When you're the president, you can do whatever you want. It's like people don't understand that. Right now, Joe Biden is canceling student debt. Is it legal? No. But he's doing it anyways. Well, all of a sudden we care about laws? All of a sudden that's what we care about? Sure. Marcia, he does look like he sleeps in a coffin. The Bill Maher coffin. Okay. Bill Maher's up, okay. Because he does. Him and Gavin Newsom sleep together in a coffin. I could see that. Okay, let's go back. That was one of my favorite moments.
He's also a felon.
You got your story. I look.
Why can't the difference be one actually had the ability to declassify documents and keep them because he'd been the president, and one didn't because he should have been looking at documents only in a skiff while a sitting U.S. senator, and clearly he stole classified documents that he wasn't entitled to and never had the ability to declassify them.
Yeah. Maybe you know more about that than I do. I don't remember that part of it, and I always don't trust anything I hear until I vet it from the other side, because everybody sort of has their one-sided view of it, and narrative is more important than truth. I know this is the right-wing narrative. I'm
not like that, Bill. I care about facts. I practiced law for 10 years. I want to get the cases right more than I want to get clicks, and I have a lot of left.
What a douche. What a douche. Yeah, I don't know if I trust you. I'm on your show. I'm in your network. And I'm using your audience to promote my book. But I don't know if I trust the words out of your mouth because you're a shill like me. I mean, like, shit. You have a right-wing perspective. I love when people just, like, dismiss any claim, too, that's like, oh, that's the right-wing perspective. What if, and this is a big what if, What if the right-wing perspective was the truth? Now what? Now what do we do? We just deny it because it's the other side of the aisle? Is that what we do? I try not to do that on this show. If someone on the left actually presents decent argument and decent facts, I'm going to look into it. I don't just double down because I'm like, well, this is what the Republicans tell me to think. Like, I don't care enough. I would rather know the facts. And I think that was like a nice moment where he said, maybe you know more about this than me. That was nice. That was a little conceit. You conceded a little bit there. But then you went in, you doubled down, and became a douche again. It's just incredible. It's not authoritarian to just ignore the Supreme Court. Come on, Kelly, you closeted right-winger. Exactly. I did like how he just conceded a little bit.
I know this is the right-wing narrative.
Progressives are just conservatives are just progressives going at the speed limit. Michael Mouse. I know. I hate that quote. It's so true. We're not giving $2 billion to Ukraine. We're giving them $1 billion. Okay. We're fiscal conservatives. Bride of Dracula, Madam Pelosi. Hey, don't, with those kind of knockers.
At it from the other side because everybody sort of has their one-sided view of it, and narrative is more important than truth. I know this is the right wing.
I just want to hear that one more time. Narrative is more important than truth.
And I always don't trust anything I hear until I vet it from the other side because everybody sort of has their one-sided view of it. And
I'm curious, Bill. How do you vet these things? Because I would like to know. Like, if I was interviewing Bill Maher, I would be like, oh, that's a really interesting point. It is good to vet these things. You're correct on that. I like that kind of thought. How do you vet this stuff? Well, I go and read. Okay, what do you read? What sources are you using that you feel like are trustworthy over what I'm telling you? Because I feel like that would make a huge difference whether you'll actually get the truth or you'll just double down and have a little confirmation bias and stuff you already believe. Because that's what I want to know, dude. Does not Biden still have the boxes and documents in Chinatown and secret documents in Delaware? Of course he does. It's almost like he sounds like has a one-sided view of everything. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. I just love that. Narrative is more, what do you say?
Yeah. Maybe you know more about that than I do. I don't remember that part of it, and I always don't trust anything I hear until I vet it from the other side because everybody sort of has their one-sided view of it, and narrative is more important than truth.
Whoa. Narrative is more important than truth? Is that what you believe? Or are you saying that's what Megyn Kelly believes? Or what I'm supposed to believe? It's just, I want to freaking marinate in that. Narrative is more important. I mean, he's literally looking at Megyn Kelly and saying that you staying on narrative is more important than truth. What a douche. I would just get up and slap him.
I know this is the right-wing narrative.
I'm not like that, Bill.
I know this is the right-wing narrative. No, you didn't, Bill. You just said you didn't know what she was talking about, and maybe she knows more than you. You didn't know this is a right-wing narrative. That's you dismissing what she says in a douchey, authoritative voice that you think you have the power in this room. You have been shown as the one that doesn't do the research. So good luck on fact-checking her narrative.
I care about facts. I practiced law for 10 years. I want to get the cases right more than I want to get clicks. And I have a lot of lefties who watch me. So I'm not like that. All I can tell you is those are the facts.
I'm not totally sure that saying that you practice law for 10 years makes you trustworthy. I know a lot of douchey lawyers who I do not trust whatsoever. And I don't think you should either.